What if there is another planet just like Earth? Welcome to Mindrift Facts, where truths shatter your reality. Today, top 10 planets most similar to Earth. Hit like if you're ready to explore alien worlds. Wolf 1061c is an exoplanet orbiting within the habitable zone of the red dwarf star Wolf 1061 in the constellation Ophiuchus. Wolf 1061c. This super-Earth orbits a quiet red dwarf star just 14 light-years away. It's about 1.4 times Earth's size and sits right in the habitable zone where liquid water could exist. What makes it shocking? Its star is so calm that flares rarely strip away any atmosphere. Unlike many red dwarf worlds, could Wolf 1061c be hiding oceans right now? Imagine stepping on a planet that feels almost like home, but 14 light-years from here. Ross 128b is a confirmed Earth-sized exoplanet, likely rocky, that is orbiting near the inner edge of the habitable zone of the red dwarf star Ross 128, at a distance of 11.007 light-years, 3.375 parsecs, from Earth in the constellation of Virgo. Ross 128b. Discovered in 2017, this rocky world is only 11 light-years away and orbits a very stable red dwarf. It's roughly Earth-sized, receives similar sunlight to what Earth gets, and its star produces almost no dangerous flares. Recent models suggest it could maintain a thick atmosphere and even liquid water on the surface. The real mind rift? It's one of the closest potentially temperate planets, so close we might detect biosignatures in the coming decade. Is Ross 128b already teeming with life? Teegarden Star b is an exoplanet found orbiting within the habitable zone of Teegarden Star, an M-type red dwarf 12.5 light-years away from the solar system. It had the highest Earth Similarity Index, ESI, of any exoplanet, but in February 2024 a new study updated the parameters of the planet, thus reducing its ESI to 0.90, making it no longer the planet with the highest ESI. Teegarden Star b. Just 12.5 light-years from us, this planet is nearly identical to Earth in size and temperature. It orbits a quiet red dwarf every 4.9 days and lies squarely in the habitable zone. Models show it could have liquid water and a stable climate. Shocking fact: its star is so faint and steady that the planet might avoid the extreme tidal locking issues of other red dwarf worlds. Could Teegarden b be the closest true Earth twin we've found so far? As of October 2023, LHS 1140 is known to have 2 planets orbiting it. The inner planet is LHS 1140c, a hot rocky planet. The outer planet, which was the first to be discovered, is LHS 1140b, a water-rich super-Earth in the habitable zone. LHS 1140b. This dense super-Earth, about 1.7 times Earth's size, orbits a red dwarf 49 light-years away. It's one of the heaviest rocky planets known and sits in the habitable zone. JWST observations hint at a possible thick atmosphere and even a global ocean beneath. The wow part? Its high density suggests a large iron core, just like Earth's, which could generate a protective magnetic field. Is LHS 1140b a water world waiting to be explored? K2-18b, also known as EPIC 2019 12552b, is an exoplanet orbiting the red dwarf K2-18, located 124 light-years, 38 pc, away from Earth. K2-18b, a super-Earth 120 light-years away, discovered by Kepler and studied intensely by JWST. Its 2.6 times Earth size, lies in the habitable zone, and has water vapor, methane, and possibly dimethyl sulfide in its atmosphere, a potential biosignature. Recent 2025 to 2026 data suggest it could be a Hycean world, hydrogen-rich atmosphere over a global ocean. Mind-blowing. This might be the strongest hint yet of life beyond our solar system. What if K2-18b is already alive? Kepler 186f orbits its star at a distance of about 43 cents, 64 million kilometers, 40 million miles, from its host star with an orbital period of roughly 130 days and a radius around 1.17 times that of Earth. Kepler 186f, the first Earth-sized planet found in the habitable zone of another star, back in 2014. It's only 10% larger than Earth, orbits a red dwarf 500 light-years away, and gets about one-third the sunlight Earth does. Climate models show it could have liquid water if it has the right atmosphere. Shocking twist. It's likely rocky and may avoid the worst flares from its star. Could Kepler 186f be the original Earth 2.0 candidate? TOI 700d is a dense, rocky exoplanet orbiting within the habitable zone red dwarf TOI 700. It is located roughly 101.4 light-years, 31.1 pc, away from Earth in the constellation Dorado and is the outermost of 4 confirmed exoplanets around its star. TOI 700d. Discovered by TESS, this Earth-sized world orbits a stable red dwarf 101 light-years away. It's in the habitable zone, receives 86% of Earth's sunlight, and is one of the best candidates for follow-up with JWST. No massive flares, rocky composition likely, and possible atmosphere. The Rift. It's one of the few temperate planets we can actually study its atmosphere in detail soon. Is TOI 700d hiding clouds and oceans right now? TRAPPIST-1e is a rocky, close-to-Earth-sized exoplanet orbiting within the habitable zone around the ultra-cool dwarf star TRAPPIST-1, located 40.7 light-years, 12.5 parsecs, 385 trillion kilometers, 239 trillion miles, away from Earth in the constellation of Aquarius. TRAPPIST-1e, part of the famous 7-planet system 40 light-years away. It's almost exactly Earth-sized, rocky, and in the habitable zone of an ultra-cool dwarf. It receives similar energy to Earth and models suggest possible liquid water. Even with tidal locking, the terminator zone could be temperate. JWST is actively studying it. Mind Rift. If it has an atmosphere, we might detect signs of life within a few years. Could TRAPPIST-1e be our nearest habitable neighbor? Proxima Centauri b is an exoplanet orbiting within the habitable zone of the red dwarf star Proxima Centauri in the constellation Centaurus. Proxima Centauri b, the closest known exoplanet, only 4.24 light-years away. It's roughly Earth-sized, orbits in the habitable zone of our nearest star. It may have liquid water if it has a protective atmosphere, despite strong stellar flares. Recent models suggest possible magnetic field and extended water reservoirs. Shocking, we could send probes there in decades with breakthrough propulsion. Is Proxima b already our cosmic next-door neighbor with life? Kepler 452b orbiting within the inner edge of the habitable zone Sun-like star Kepler 452 and is the only planet in the system discovered by the Kepler Space Telescope. It is located about 1,800 light-years, 550 pc, from Earth. Kepler 452b, often called Earth's cousin. This super-Earth is 60% larger than our planet and orbits a Sun-like star every 385 days, almost exactly like Earth's year. It's in the habitable zone 1,400 light-years away and gets 10% more sunlight than Earth. If rocky, it could have vast oceans and continents. The ultimate rift. It's the most Earth-like planet orbiting a near twin of our Sun discovered so far. Could Kepler 452b be the true second Earth waiting out there? Which planet shocked you most? Comment below. Subscribe for more mind-rifting space facts.